Jason, first home game since Austin broke the record. What sort of atmosphere are you expecting tonight?
Yeah, I imagine he'll get a pretty incredible reception. It's obviously special what he's done, and to break to be the all-time leader in a single season for a franchise like this has not been lost on the group, and hopefully not on him too, and just how special it is.
Way to put it into perspective, Jason.
Nope. It's incredible. It's incredible to score at the rate he's been scoring with the way the league is. It's a huge testament just to how hard he works, how seriously he takes things, how driven he is. He's a guy that I think we marvel at every day, just at the dedication to getting better, and he's a tremendous leader because of that.
Feels like every game he's got a chance at a new milestone tonight. Potentially could be 50 goals in 50 games, which a bit mind-boggling in this era. Like when you hear the chance to get 50 and 50, what goes through your mind?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to jinx it. No, it's special. Listen, what he's doing is special. To score at this rate, Ovechkin, Stamkos. There's only a rare group of guys that have done, been in these numbers for the last, 2 decades probably. So it's very impressive. It speaks to where he is as a player, and we feel like the best is yet to come.
You've seen his growth off the ice as he's sort of gone through this, as he's gotten a little older.
Oh, I think he's a very self-aware person. I think he realizes that he carries a lot of weight in the locker room. He has a lot of conversations with guys, just about their game and about the team. He's a guy that takes the game very seriously, pays attention to everything. He echoes the coach's messages to the group. Tremendous leader, and I think he's a guy that he knows that he's always being watched. So his habits are extraordinary, and he's very self-aware and knows that when you're as good as he is, that there's a leadership aspect to it too, and he meets it head on, and I'm very impressed by him, and pleasure playing with him.
Both of you guys are pretty meticulous about your sticks, so like when you're 2 year in the stick room going over stuff, what do you appreciate most about those conversations?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time together. We get along really well, even though there's a big age gap. He's one of my best buddies on the team, and we have lots of conversations, and he just loves the game. We talk hockey a lot. And it's just, I think it's before games, the routines and stuff, we establish those things as players just to create consistency. And to be consistent in this game is really difficult. And I think that's why you create routines and sticks, and why you get into gear and stuff like that. And that's, what I see with him is he's meticulous, but he's also, very routine oriented. And I think that allows you to prepare the same way every night to create that consistency.
We're in the same division as Marty St. Louis for a long time as a player. What stood out to you in his 2 months as an NHL head coach about how he's got this team playing?
Yeah, not surprised at all. I've roomed with Marty in World Championships before, and spent a lot of time with him. He's a guy that I looked up to, just with his work ethic, and again, another elite hockey mind. He thinks the game differently than most. I don't know what he's teaching them, but he's a very detail-oriented guy, and he shares his passion for the game, and he's a fiery guy. He's a competitive guy, and he's a guy that when I heard he got the job, you kind of knew he was going to do a good job just because of the passion he has for the game.
To what extent did you talk like when you roomed with him? It sounds like he can't talk about anything other than hockey. So what was?
Yeah, I think that's why we like rooming together. So I room with like Sid and Marty and all that. That always seemed to get with the hockey guys, and we just break down the league for hours. So it's Marty's a guy we talked a lot of shop. Just a lot about just different guys we were playing with, different nuances to guys. Just you're right. He's a guy that he picks up on things that most people don't pick up on, and we had lots of great conversations. When I look back, those are great times for me. I was a younger player. He was in his prime. One of the best players in the game, and learning, talking, and we just got along instantly. So it was good.
About nuance, what do you see when you watch Nick Suzuki play against him?
Yeah, Suzuki's a guy who has good details to begin with. He's a guy that's got a real complete game. I think you can tell Marty's encouraging guys to make plays with the puck. I think they're scoring lots of goals right now. They're playing with confidence. But I think he's a guy that can encourage guys to make plays, but also to make the right play at the right time too. So he's a guy that's had a lot of success. But you can tell they're playing with more confidence as a group.
You're talking about your passion off being just like McLean St. Louis. Do you see yourself one day as a head coach also?
I'm not sure. I'm just going to try to play tonight and see how that takes me.
Does it hit different when there's a player, like a coach, like Sheldon, it hasn't been that long since he's played in the league. Like when your coach has played in the league recently, does it hit differently, like the message from a coach like that?
I'm not sure. I think that I've played for guys. I think Sheldon has a great attention to that same type of detail as Marty, and he's probably benefiting from being a younger coach and being closer to the game. But some of my best coaches were guys that, have been out of the game for a long time as a player and taught me a lot. So I learned a lot from John Paddock. I learned a lot from Brian Murray, and they were older guys that just love the game and the details within it. So I think it's unfair to categorize one thing or another. I think it's more to do with the person and less to do with what age you are or where you're coming from.